Hello. Welcome back to MotiveX English, the podcast to help you learn real, everyday English.
Yes. Hello, everyone. We are here to talk, to have a normal conversation. And you can listen. You can learn. We speak slowly. We use clear words.
Exactly. Today, we talk about a big topic, a very, very big topic. We talk about America, the United States.
America. It is a country, but also an idea. Many people think about America. They see American movies, American TV, American music.
So today, we will not talk about politics, not about difficult history. We will talk about the America that people see, the culture, the places, the food, the everyday life.
Good. A friendly talk about America. So, first question. When you think America, what is the first picture in your mind? For me, it is the open road. A very long, straight road. A highway and big cars. And maybe desert, like in the movies.
For me, the first picture is New York City. The tall buildings, the yellow taxis, the fast pace, everyone walking quickly, the Statue of Liberty, that symbol. But you are right, America is also big, open spaces. It is not only cities. It is many, many different landscapes, from the beaches of California to the mountains of Colorado to the farms of the Midwest.
Midwest. What is Midwest?
Ah, good question. The United States is so big, we divide it into regions. The Midwest is the middle part of the country, states like Ohio, Illinois, Kansas. It is famous for farming. Corn, wheat. It is very flat in many parts. People call it America's heartland.
Heartland. The heart of the country. I like that. So America has many faces, many identities. This is interesting because people always say America is a melting pot. What does this mean, melting pot?
A melting pot is a place where many different cultures, people from all over the world, come together. They mix, they blend, they become something new together. So America has people from everywhere. Europe, Asia, Africa, Latin America, all bringing their food, their music, their traditions. So in one city, you can eat Italian pizza, then Korean barbecue, then Mexican tacos.
The food, yes. We must talk about American food. But it is difficult. What is American food? Because the hamburger comes from German idea, right? Pizza is Italian, so what is truly American food?
That is the point of the melting pot. It takes things and makes them American. Yes, pizza is from Italy, but American pizza is different. New York pizza is big, thin, you fold it. Chicago pizza is very deep, like a pie. And then there are foods that were created there. Maybe the hamburger-hot dog combination at a baseball game, or peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly. For people who don't know, this is a sandwich. 2 pieces of soft white bread. On one side, peanut butter. This is a paste made from peanuts. It is salty, sticky. On the other side, jelly, a sweet fruit spread. You put them together. Children in America eat this all the time. It is a classic.
It sounds strange to many people in other countries, but it is very normal there. Another very American thing is Thanksgiving food. Thanksgiving is a big holiday in November. Families meet, they eat a very big meal. The center of the meal is a large roasted turkey.
Turkey, a big bird. And with the turkey, you eat mashed potatoes, gravy, which is a sauce, cranberry sauce, which is sweet and sour, and pumpkin pie for dessert. It is a very specific meal. Almost every American eats this on that day.
It is about tradition, about family. Which is interesting because America also has this image of being very individual. You know, the self-made man, the person who works hard alone and becomes successful. But at the same time, family and community traditions are very strong, especially in smaller towns.
Let's talk about those towns. You mentioned big cities like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, but what about small town America? What is life like there?
It is slower. Everyone knows everyone. There's a main street with small shops. There's probably a diner.
A diner, a classic American restaurant, usually open early in the morning until late at night. They serve breakfast all day. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, burgers for lunch, milkshakes. The coffee is not fancy. It is simple, and they fill your cup many times. The server calls you honey or sweetie. It's a friendly place.
Yes, and in small towns, high school sports are very big. American football on Friday nights. The whole town goes to the high school stadium to watch the game. It's a big social event. For the teenagers, it is very important. Driving is also a big part of life. In many small towns, you need a car to go anywhere, so getting your driver's license at age 16 is a huge moment, a symbol of freedom.
Freedom. That is a word always connected to America. The American dream. What is the American dream now?
The traditional idea is that if you work hard, no matter where you come from, you can be successful. You can own a house, you can give your children a better life. That idea is still powerful. But now, I think the dream is also about personal freedom, the freedom to be who you want to be, to express yourself, to choose your own path. This is why you see so much creativity in America, in technology, in entertainment, in art.
And this creativity is exported everywhere. Hollywood movies, Netflix series, pop music from Taylor Swift, Beyoncé, hip-hop. These are all American products that the whole world listens to. So when people think of America, they often think of this entertainment.
But it is important to remember, America is not only Hollywood. A person living on a farm in Nebraska has a very different life from a movie star in Hollywood. A teacher in a suburb of Michigan has a different life from a tech engineer in San Francisco. The country is huge and full of contrasts. This is why it is so fascinating. There's no single story of America.
Can we talk about the geography? It helps to understand the culture. On the East Coast, you have the oldest cities, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. There is a lot of history. The buildings are older. The style is sometimes more formal. Then you have the South, states like Texas, Georgia, Louisiana, famous for friendly people, warm weather, and distinct food, barbecue, fried chicken, gumbo.
And the music, country music from Nashville, jazz from New Orleans. Then you go to the West Coast, California. The vibe is more relaxed, health-conscious, surfing, yoga, Silicon Valley technology. And then you have the beautiful national parks in the West, the Grand Canyon, Yosemite. America has incredible natural beauty. Maybe this love of big, wild nature is also part of the American spirit.
The road trip. That is the perfect way to see all of this. Driving across the country, seeing the landscape change, stopping at strange roadside attractions like the world's biggest ball of twine or a dinosaur park. Americans love these silly, big things.
They do. Everything is big. Big cars, big meals, big landscapes, big emotions. This can be good and also too much, but it is part of the culture. Optimism, the idea that anything is possible. You hear it in the language. Go big or go home. Shoot for the stars.
The language, American English. It is different from British English. The accent, of course, but also words. In America, you say apartment, in England, flat. In America, elevator, in England, lift. Truck and lorry. Also, inside America, there are many, many accents. A person from Boston sounds very different from a person from Alabama, who sounds very different from a person from Minnesota.
You betcha they do.
What did you say?
You betcha. That is an expression from Minnesota, in the north. It means yes, definitely. It shows how friendly and informal the language can be. Americans are often very informal. They use first names quickly, they smile at strangers. This can be surprising for people from more formal cultures.
Yes, the famous American smile. But it is generally friendly and open. Customer service is very friendly. Hi, how are you today? The server in the restaurant will introduce themselves. Hi, I'm Ashley. I'll be your server. This is normal.
And tipping. We must explain tipping. In America, when you eat at a restaurant, you do not just pay the bill, you add extra money for the server. This is called a tip. Usually 15 to 20% of the total cost. It is not optional. It is part of their salary, so visitors must remember this.
It is a big cultural difference. Another one is holidays. We mentioned Thanksgiving, but there's also the 4th of July, Independence Day. This is the biggest summer holiday. There are barbecues, picnics, parades, and at night, fireworks everywhere. People wear red, white, and blue, the colors of the American flag.
It is very patriotic. Americans are very proud of their flag. You see it everywhere, outside houses, on cars, on clothes. This is normal there. Also, sports are huge, but the sports are different from the rest of the world. American football is not soccer. It is a different game with an oval ball and lots of protective gear. It is extremely popular. Then there is baseball, called America's pastime. It is a slower game but full of tradition. And basketball, which was invented in America. Very fast and athletic.
So if you want to make friends with an American, talk about sports. Did you see the game last night? This is a very common conversation starter. Even if you don't understand the sport, you can learn. It is a big part of social life.
Absolutely. Social life often happens around activities. Going to a kid's soccer game, having a backyard barbecue, going to a movie. America is a very doing culture. People are busy. They have many activities. The calendar is full. This energy is part of the feeling.
But is this stressful? Always busy?
It can be. The pace of life in cities is fast. People work long hours, but they also play hard. They try to find a work-life balance. This is a common phrase. It means trying to have time for work and time for family and fun. It is a challenge.
Let's talk about something fun. Shopping. American shopping is an experience. The supermarket is enormous, so many choices. 20 kinds of cereal, 50 kinds of shampoo. And then there are the big shopping days, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Stores open very early with big discounts. People sometimes wait in line all night. It is crazy, but it is a tradition.
And online shopping, Amazon. You can order anything and get it the next day. This convenience is very American. Fast food is also about convenience. Drive through a restaurant, get your food in 2 minutes, eat it in your car. It is not healthy, but it is efficient.
But the culture is also changing. Now there's a big focus on healthy food, organic food, exercise. So you have both extremes, the fast food and the super healthy smoothie bowl. Both are very American.
That is America. It contains opposites. It is traditional and modern, individual and community, fast and slow. This can be confusing, but it is also what makes it dynamic. It is always changing, always debating about itself. What does it mean to be American? This is a question Americans ask themselves all the time.
So, for a visitor, what is the best way to understand America?
Do not only visit New York and Los Angeles. If you can, go to a smaller city. Talk to people. Go to a high school football game. Eat at a diner. Go to a county fair in the summer. See the national parks. The beauty of the land will surprise you. And be ready for friendliness. People will talk to you in line at the store. They will ask you where you are from. They will tell you about their cousin who visited your country once.
Yes, Americans are generally curious and open. They want to be friendly, so do not be shy. Try the local food, even if it seems strange. Say yes to invitations. And remember, it is a big country. Do not try to see everything in 1 week.
Choose one region, explore it.
And for our listeners learning English, American movies and TV shows are a great tool. But watch different kinds, not just the big action movies. Watch a show about a normal family, a comedy. Listen to the conversations, hear the idioms. What's up? That's cool. I'm psyched. This is everyday language.
I'm psyched. It means I'm very excited. See? You learned something already. And the most important phrase for any visitor is, how y'all doing? That's a very Southern friendly way to say, hello, how is everyone?
Perfect. So to finish, America is complex. It is a land of contrasts. But at its heart, for many people, it's about possibility, about the new, about the future. It is an idea that continues to change and grow. And for English learners, it is a rich, rich source of language and culture.
Thank you for listening to MotiveX English. We hope this talk was useful. It was a simple conversation about a big country.
Remember, listen again, practice the words, try to shadow our voices, speak with us, and tell us, what do you think of when you think of America? You can write to us.
Until next time, keep practicing. And think about your own country. How would you explain it to a stranger? This is good English practice.
Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone.